Tonight we have a special report on a devastating genetic disorder that you do not hear much about. It's called spinal muscular atrophy, and many children born with it do not survive infancy.
A young couple who grew up in the Susquehanna Valley only learned about the disorder when their second daughter was born last year. 8 on Your Side reporter Susan Shapiro has their story.
McKenna Joy Myers was born July 25th, 2007, a beautiful baby.
Big eyes, definitely taking in like the world around her. Full smiles.
But those smiles would eventually fade. McKenna came down with a cold and then a respiratory infection at about 3 months old. In the weeks to come, she would be diagnosed with something far more serious: spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA. The genetic disorder causes progressive weakness of the muscles throughout the body.
We had never heard of it. It was all surreal, really.
While not well known, spinal muscular atrophy is the second most common recessively inherited genetic disorder. That's behind cystic fibrosis. Both parents have to be carriers of the gene in order for a child to develop this devastating disease.
You can see that the child is in a characteristic frog-leg position with the legs to the sides, the arms to the side as well.
Child neurologist Stephen Gottlieb of Lancaster showed me a photo of a child with the classic signs of SMA. He says while they have severe muscle weakness, they are alert.
There's no alteration in level of consciousness or alertness in these children.
So what a terrible disease in that sense.
It's a very sad and cruel disease.
McKenna spent a month in Syracuse University Hospital as the disease weakened the muscles of her tiny body. Most children with the acute infantile form of SMA don't survive infancy.
It took a while to process and to really understand what it was that that she had and how it was going to affect her, and again just in making the decisions that we would need to make.
We were basically faced with this huge spectrum of what would be biblically ethical.
This deeply religious couple, who are natives of York County, wrestled with the decision of whether to prolong their baby's life with life support.
We wanted to be wise. We wanted to do what was right.
Ultimately, McKenna was taken off of a ventilator that was helping her breathe, and she went home to Brackney, Pennsylvania, with her parents and older sister Natalie.
She loved watching Natalie. That was probably one of her favorite things to do.
McKenna lost her fight with SMA March 19, 2008. 7.5 months after she came into this world.
This disorder had presented itself so early.
The York County natives recently shared their story with students at Lancaster Bible College.
We're excited to share how they can best serve people who are suffering, who are grieving, who are mourning, and somehow in the midst of suffering or pain or death, which are guaranteed, there can be joy, there can be purposefulness. There can be purpose. You're holding her. Did you like that?
The Myers have found what they say is a purpose in McKenna's death, but still miss her terribly.
Do anything to hold her again, and just to hold her and love on her, and just to take care of her.
Susan Shapiro, News 8.
A man and a woman who are carriers of the gene that causes SMA have a 1 in 4 chance of having a baby with the disorder. The Myers' older daughter, Natalie, is perfectly normal.
What a beautiful family. Sad story.